Welcome back. We are back from commercial break. Mike Masters, the face-offs leading up to the warm-up to December 11th. 10 exciting battles. Doors open at 4. Battle starts at 5. Bringing out the legendary Marv 1 and the legendary Lotta Zay battling against Mike Bailey, who we're going to fucking showcase here in a second. My name, of course, Gabino Grimes. I got my co-host.
So, Jose Beans and Rice Podcast.
Let's go. And then we got hosts on the Wizard of Oz panel over there.
Yep.
We have some comments, bro. Let's go ahead and go through those real quick.
We do. We have a DK on. LOL, all that stuff I said I'm playing. I didn't even write anything. I'm actually have the homie dressed up, kind of like me, not show up and stand in place. No words at all for 3 rounds. Still cop that W. Spades, DK clowning, laughing, freezing face emoji, divine rhyme. Stretch ain't pulling the FaceTime up. DK Owen, haha savage. Stretch can't even call. LMAO. Seizure literally did that. Ghost, how you do like it, or how do you like it? Excuse me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so.
All right, so Ghost, it sounds like you're in, and so I'll work out with getting Stretch here in a second. We're winding down a little bit, but we're making this happen. We put a lot of effort and fucking prepared to get to here, so we're making it work. With that said, let's hop into our headline battle of the night, man. Mikey B, now going to be going by Mike Bailey moving forward. I didn't know. That's my fault, bro. I apologize about that. But
I stopped at 18. I had to have a more mature name.
Okay, I could appreciate that. But on the flyer, Mikey B, but Mike Bailey. And then, of course, against the illustrious Lotta Zay. Thank you so much, bro, for being in the building with us and taking some time out.
No, man. What's good?
I saw the video that you had made, Lotta. I'm going to start with you as far as a brief introduction. I just mentioned it to you, but thank you for doing that. I know this is going to be your second time back out here. You came out with a hat to battle against Emerson Kennedy, which was great for the community at that time, and still is. I mean, it's a battle that I go back to watch. And you versus Daylight, I like that one as well. I mean, you have a litany of battles to go through. So with that said, I mean, to have you come out for Mike Masters is very grateful and super appreciative of that for us.
Thanks for having me, yo. Thanks for having me, man.
Is there?
Hopefully we got a whole lot more, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Indeed, man.
Mikey B, Mike Bailey. I'm gonna just call you that from here, but big supporter of Mike Masters, supported him all the way back in the day when we first started in the playoffs against B-Side. I mean, you've been ingrained within Mike Masters. Had some battles over at A-Hat as well, battle against Daylight. So my conversations with you, I mean, you live and breathe fucking battle rap. So outside of your music as well, in which Lotta Zay makes great music too, and the videographer, but I just want to speak to what you bring to the table for that battle rap culture that you've been like really just it's you. It's what you fucking embrace.
Yeah, man. I mean, I started at 15, and then I had the battle with Danny Myers, which was kind of like the pinnacle. I think I was like 17 or 18.
Danny Myers, not Daylight.
Daylight hosted it, but it was Danny Myers, yeah. And then, I got in some legal trouble, so I went away for a while. But when I came back out, there was no battles going on, so I did music. But yeah, man, I breathe battle. So
that's been the energy that's been like, I spoke to it last time, but like folks that make music, but like can really tap into fucking battling. Like Easton Clark, I was like the quintessential fucking example of that. Like I could feel that like battle rap is just his lane type of shit. And I feel the same thing with you.
Yeah.
Is what I get from that too,
Yeah, I mean, like, so I really enjoy making my music. I always feel that music is more of an expression of who I am. But battles is like where I shine. That's I'm better at it. I don't know the competition, if it's that, or if it's just the fact that I can be more lyrical. With music, it feels like we have to really like dumb ourselves down and make sure that everybody can relate. Opposed to battles, it's just about eating,
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good way to fucking put it, man. Like there's a no holds barred approach, and you have when we were speaking in previous face-offs about where are those lines at or whatever. You have no lines. You don't give a fuck.
No.
And that's the energy that I think a lot of us have to take when it comes to shit like this. Lotta Zay, I want to speak to you about that, and especially and lean into your music and what got you started into battle rapping, and why you're still even doing it now, and what gears does that really turn for you?
Hey man, I'm just a student of the game, man. Just there's not any element of hip hop that I'm not a part of. And whatever I'm doing, I got to do it to the max. That's just with anything that I touch. So, with battling, I just I got to give people my best pen, my best effort in that type of sense, and just putting it all out there. And as far as music, man, that's just something that's just second nature. I do that like I breathe. You know what I mean? Like I just laid probably like 7 records today.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's nothing, man. I'm just a student of the art. So just people just always expect to get the best from me. Anything less than that is an embarrassment.
Woo.
Of course, we done all had some bad days. You know what I mean? But my trajectory is good. So I just hope everybody pulls up for this shit. It's going to be a show for sure. It's going to be bars flying all around that motherfucker, man, and it's going to be definitely worth it being put up there as the main event. You feel me?
Absolutely. Fuck yeah. I want to speak into that a little bit. That this battle started as a 1-rounder.
Yeah.
And now now we're at 3 rounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your approach when it comes with that switch up, just going from 1 round to 3 rounds, Lotta?
I mean, it was really for Mike. Mike, he told me he had a lot of overage.
Got it.
What I mean, so I want him to dump his clip. Don't stop his time. Let him do his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let him do his thing. Like, they don't call me Lotta Zay for nothing. I'm gonna go fire with you. You know what I mean? So I felt like, he may not feel like he getting his fair fight off of 1 round. So if we could, if we was able to facilitate it and turn it into 3. So, I'm not really a stranger to a challenge or, changing the conditions at any time. Like, a lot of people don't know about me before Grind Time. I was on Fight Club where we had to battle every single weekend, and you didn't know how many rounds you was going to go. So I had to write 12 to 20 rounds a week and have them memorized. You know what I mean? So when it comes to doing this shit at a high level, it don't scare me. You know what I mean? Like, you could call me for something next week and I'll be ready for it. You know what I mean? So when he wanted to change it, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. If it's going to, give him a better chance in his city. You know what I mean?
Right. And
to give it a better show, I'm all for the greater good of the end game and the bigger picture. So, it's nothing to me. I'm not like these other guys, that are considered higher up that, be like, I don't, we just gonna do it 1 round. I don't really care how people, you want to do 3, you want to do 5, you want to do unlimited rounds, whatever you want to do, we can do it.
Okay, hell yeah, that's a vibe I can fucking go with. And you mentioned just your history within battle rap. I mean, I know about it, but to paint a picture for the people, like Fight Club, that was on MTV, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've been. Nems was on there. Remy Ma versus Lady Luck.
Lady Luck.
Yeah. So yeah.
Unlimited list. Even Hollow was on there.
My man, hold it down.
That's a bet.
So I mean, it just speaks to your history in the game, and it's fucking storied, man. It's definitely something that again I go back to that we're very appreciative of it. With him saying all that though, Mike, like what do you feel like you're bringing to the table to make this different? I know you and I have had our own conversations, but I really want to tap into like you were like, yo, Lotta Zay's cool, but we're moving.
Yeah, I mean, well, first I just want to say I really respect his answer. That's exactly how it went. Was I reached out to him because I'm not into the whole, oh, we're opponents and now we hate each other bullshit, right? Like, he's a legend and I respect him. So I reached out just like, hey man, like I've got like 9 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what do we do? You know? And so yeah, he did change, you know, what we're doing for me. So I do respect that answer. And then to answer the question, I don't really know, man. Like I just feel like I'm aggressive. I'm more aggressive than a lot of the battlers out here. I have an obsession with this in particular, but with everything I do, you know. I spend a lot of time at home with just my kids, right? And it gives me a lot of time to write and to study. I've watched all his battles 3 times now, you know. I think my approach is different. I obsess over everything, like one word, right? I can obsess over one word for a half an hour. Like, is a syllable count better at 8 or 9 for this line? And so I just approach it very, you know, technically, and then I'm really aggressive, you know, whether it comes with, you know, bars that are funny in nature, whether it's gun bars, it's just the aggression, the way I project my voice, the way I perform. That was my biggest regret when I was locked up. And I think about my old battles was I was so young, I didn't get a chance to perform. I was so nervous, you know? And so I knew if I ever got that shot again that I would perform. And so that's kind of what I'm bringing is just raw aggression and somebody who's dedicated. I mean, I spend hours every day. You know, I've got 12 rounds basically ready to go for him. So it just depends on how it goes. You know, like if he comes out with jokes and they're reacting, then let's do jokes. You know, if he comes out aggressive, let's go aggressive. If we're getting deep, let's get complex. Like,
so you prepared very well for this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the final touches where I'm just making sure everything's memorized. You know, the choreographing and all that. But yeah, man, like you don't get many shots to go at guys like him in Salt Lake. Like if we're just being real, you know, there are some guys out here like Emerson and Eli, which I would love to see both of them. You know, Eli and me have been going back and forth so he can get this work. But you know, it's not every day that you get somebody like this. And when I got Danny, I didn't take advantage of that. I lost, right? So I'm gonna do everything I can to win. Yeah, it's that simple.
Let me ask you: is this your biggest match since being incarcerated?
Oh yeah, by far. I mean, I've had the one back with Roe. I kind of looked at that as like a warm up for Lotta Zay, right? I wanted to like prod the crowd, see how they react to this joke, see how they react to this offensive stuff, see how they react. But you know, I've been preparing for Lotta Zay the whole time through Roe. Roe was just, you know, somebody in my path that I had to run over real quick. I think he definitely has a good future. Like he can spit. But yeah, man, like Lotta Zay is the biggest challenge I've had. I'm excited.
Okay. And I can feel the confidence just from both of you. It's just like a different vibe. Just even me and even Lotta Zay, even though you're virtual, man, I can just. It's just like crazy, you know. I mean, it's like definitely like, you know,
just seasoned, man. It's just, like seasoned, like
man.
Yeah, I feel it.
Hey man, at this point in my career, I have nothing to prove. I know when people come to see me, it's like an all-star game. People just want to see me dunk and just shoot threes all day. That's what I'm gonna do.
What an analogy!
What people love from me, they're not gonna get nothing less than that. They're gonna get some more. You know what I mean? They're gonna get more because I elevate every time. You know what I mean? And I'm only as good as my opponent is.
That's big facts on that.
Trash, it's gonna be a trash battle.
Well,
so if he's bringing what he's saying he's gonna bring, it's gonna be a classic.
Yeah, that was the big thing. Going from 1 round to 3, I think Lotta even said, I think he said, let's make a movie, you know? And that's kind of my mindset on this is now that we've got 9 minutes apiece, this is it's an opportunity to I want this to be like when you think of Utah battles, I want this to be like that classic that people point to where they're like, oh yeah, you remember, you know, this battle in particular. I've been nerding out on some of his battles and I see what he's talking about. Like if his opponent's trash, like I wasn't a big fan of the Bad News battle, but then, you know, you go watch him versus Rum Nitty and that's like one of my favorite, that's probably my top 5 battles right now, like all battle leagues.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad you brought that battle up because you know, when I knew that we were getting you locked in, Lotta, I was like, okay, well, let me dive back in, you know, to your battles and shit because I just wanted to get more reacquainted. And the Rum Nitty battle is one that I'm like, yo, man, this is wild to me that first off that it happened, and then the bar for bar, like just going back and forth, it was just fucking incredible material from both sides.
Yeah, man. I love the challenge, man. So,
do you think?
You know what I mean?
Do you think? To talk about the like loving the challenge? Do you think? And this also speaks to your anytime, any place, anywhere. Just make sure the chicken's right mentality. But like when I pitched Mike Bailey to you, you didn't even fucking flinch. You're like, yeah, let's get it. You're like, what? Let's get it.
Yes.
Like I
said, man, I'm the poster child of this shit. Of what a battle rapper's supposed to, the attitude of what a battle rapper's supposed to be like. You know what I mean? Like, in a time where, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, in the time where grind time was fizzling out and all of the top tier names was trying to figure out what they was trying to do before URL came and scooped everybody. Chicago Battleground, shout out to Big Cannon and Gracie over there. They had Young Cannon over there who was just really getting on the scene. And they had me come out there to Chicago. And to be honest, Young Cannon still is and was a fucking killer. In the middle of fucking Chirac, the way it is now. Said, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, just me and my brother. Let's go. Like, I don't give a fuck with it. Like, I'm protected. You know what I mean? How I move, I'm good. I'm good. Like, the way I know my pen, it took me all over the world. I'm good. It's really people know what I'm gonna do. So I don't really be worried about that shit. I just do what the fuck I do. I'm not worried. It's more so about people gonna really want to know how he's gonna be able to go up against whatever I'm gonna bring.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that don't really just go for him. That go for everybody because people know I'm solid, man. Every time, man. Like, I'm gonna give you a solid. I'm a solid rapper. If you don't like me as a performer or anything else, like I'm just a solid rapper. I'm gonna give you some real good, put together shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. Not only that, but your business acumen, dog, is top notch. So I appreciate that too. I mean, there's some folks it's hard to work with, and you've been nothing like that, and it's been incredible to work with you.
The battle rap game is fucked up, man. So people gotta be the change they want to see in this shit.
Let's go, dog.
People gotta expose in a good way the people that's doing good business just as well as they exposing people doing bad business. So people can know who the fuck to deal with and who the fuck not to deal with. We've been knowing people that do bad business, but put out there who doing good shit. So we can help push them forward and this shit could stabilize and people other than just Smack can start getting bigger opportunities outside of just YouTube and all this shit on a small level, man.
I agree with you. 100%. Mike, I want to talk about like some of my observations that I'm having right now. Mm-hmm. There's reverence a little bit, but there's also like
it's a confidence.
Yeah, there's reverence, like cool, like Lotta Zay's like where he's at and all that, but there's this undertone that I can feel from you of like, yeah, I hope that Lotta Zay comes with it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like,
so I can feel it. I'm telling you.
I've watched all his battles, and I cannot think of a time that I've seen him choke. I can't think of a time that I've seen him just like really mess up. So I'm not worried about, I'm not worried about him not showing up on his A game, and I'm not worried about getting outbarred either. Like, for 7 years I sat in a cell and I just wrote bars. It's not a overconfidence. It's not a fear. I respect this man. I respect what he does. I also know what I do, and I'm just excited that I'm getting that opportunity because where he goes, there's going to be eyes. That was the strategy, right? Because if I'm battling people like this, more people are going to watch me. More people are going to see what I'm doing. It's just more exposure, which is what I want. I've talked to a few battlers that are in his position in life, a position that I want to be in. And he by far has been the most humble and, the most respectful, like you said, with the business stuff and how he's acted. But, like, I wouldn't call it cockiness, overconfidentness. Mm-hmm. It's just, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. It doesn't matter who you put in front of me. There was, Ro Poet got the same shit that Lotta's about to get. Like, I'm going to give my best, and I'm confident he's going to give his best, and I'm confident this will be a good battle, period. Like, I'm not even talking about who's going to win 3-0, 2-1. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to spit.
Man, that's a mic drop in itself, bro. I think you fucking just ended that fucking. I think you just ended that for us right there. Do you have anything else on that?
No, I mean, I would just ask. A lot of you obviously, flying over here, just coming to Utah. I guess question for both of you. What do you guys want people to remember out of this battle? Like, I mean, both of you guys seem like, I mean, obviously it's gonna be crazy. I can already feel just the vibes. But what do you guys want people to remember from this, especially so early on into the relaunch of Mike Masters, man?
Interesting point. Yeah,
great battles, man. Like, what do you guys want to remember? People to remember from this matchup or this battle.
Point.
I mean, I just want you go.
Just what people really put into this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to really appreciate the people that really take the time to really give you people really sound work, you know, really good full body of work. You know what I mean? Like, it may not mean much to people watching, but all of the people of this culture, we take so much hours out of our real life and our families, you know what I mean, to really, you know what I mean, really commit to giving a great performance. And it don't matter if we battling in a hole in the wall or outside, every single one of us in this culture is gonna give 1,000%, most of us. You know what I mean? So what I really want is for people like us to start getting more credit for that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are really crazy with the pen, super underrated as battle rappers, and they just not getting the proper light. You know what I mean? And that's just aside from myself. I was a fan of this shit before I was in it. You know what I mean? So when I see anybody not getting their fair due, you know, I always have the compassion for somebody, and I feel for them. You know what I mean? And I feel like that we are the last real pieces that keep this shit together. You know, the lyricists and the people that really bring bars to the shit, the people that really love the shit, not playing around with it, and people that would be doing this whether they was getting paid for it or not. You know what I mean? I just want people to just remember when they see what comes out of this, follow what comes after this.
Let's go. I mean?
Stay tuned to what the fuck I'm doing. Stay tuned to what the fuck he's doing. Stay tuned to what the fuck Mike Masters is doing.
That's
you
big
know what I mean?
facts.
Because we putting real work in, and we giving people a real show in a time where shit is super oversaturated. So we giving people real quality over, you know, quantity. You get what I'm saying?
That's big facts, bro. Appreciate the fucking vote of confidence too. What do you got on that?
I mean, what I'd want people to remember, it's like, so I've got 2 daughters, right? And one of them's 9, you know, and she just did like the spelling bee. And she got put in real last minute, and she was complaining about how much time she had to prepare. She was complaining about this. I want my kids to see everything in my life as something to learn from, you know, especially me going to prison. But like, I want them to see what daddy does when he, you know, when he gets in his zone. Like, when I have to face a challenge, like, I could have said, yeah, give me D. Cohen, give me another, you know, another guy here locally. Like, no, I put money behind my dreams. You know, I meet it head on. Like, I want them to know, like, you know, you face every challenge the same, and you face it with everything you got, period.
Wow. Well, I mean, gentlemen, do you think you guys did fucking excellent? Host, do we have any other comments on that?
Yeah, I'll summarize them because a lot of them are kind of the same. Just a lot of love for both of these gentlemen. You've got both ways, and much to what I think everyone's really anticipating a good battle. Everyone seems to have respect for both of them. They're expecting heat from both sides, even though they may be favoring one or the other. I think that everyone is acknowledging this is going to be it.
Yeah, great. Well, Lotta Zay, thank you for tapping in with us. I know you're super busy. I mean, fuck, you made 7 songs today and shit. And so, yeah, let people know where they can find your music and just, yeah, let them know.
Hey, man, I'm on all streaming platforms. My catalog is, it's too many albums, too many releases. Just whatever platform you frequent for music, just look up Lotta Zay, Lottazay. Check me out on Instagram, Lotta Zay NJ. I'm on TikTok, Lotta Zay. On Twitter, Lotta Zay. You feel me? Follow with me, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, so Facebook's the only one that's different. That's Mike Bailey's Blasted. In all streaming platforms, official Mike Bailey. You know, Instagram, official Mike Bailey. But I did just release a single, Shug. The music video's out for that. So just on YouTube.
Run that up. Yeah, run
that one up. It was lovely. I mean, the first couple of weeks, almost 3,000 views, but let's keep going. Yeah, let's run it up.
Gentlemen, let's make a fucking movie.
Can I say something really quick, though?
Go ahead.
Just because, man, this was such a special moment to be part of, man. I just, everybody here, I mean, I feel like everybody understands, like, just hearing the conversations you guys are having, just like, we had been discussing it a little bit, just like, just hip-hop, you know what I mean? Like you're saying, hey, you guys see the bigger picture, you know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna pull up and do a battle, and I mean, even throughout today's stream, you can see some other people, some people they haven't accomplished anything, right? But you're like, oh, I've already done this, and that, but you guys understand, just like, hey, all right, I really haven't accomplished much, or I've done this, paint my flowers, or everything has like a bigger purpose, you know what I mean? And you guys are just I don't know, man. It was just a nice, it was just hip hop, man. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
It's just like people don't understand that, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are coming to Utah, you guys are putting on a show, you guys are gonna kill, and it's you guys are super humble, man, and it's just I guess we need more of that, back in the community, man, and just like hip hop in general, because that's what's like being lost a little bit, And shout out to you, Robbie. This whole week I've been telling you, man, you've been thanking me for helping you, but it's I'm very minuscule to what you guys are doing. All of you guys are taking like crazy amounts of time out of your lives to throw this event for people to be a part of, man. That's what's like crazy to me, because I understand, like, I see all of the shit that you guys are doing, and it's just I'm just happy to be a part of that, man. It's just a cool moment, man. Just all of this, man. So
yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I won't not take flowers when they're given, so I appreciate it. And man, what a better way? Fucking Lotta Zay versus Mikey B. December fucking 11th, next Sunday. Liquid Joe's, 1233 East, 3300 South. Salt Lake City. It's going down. We're opening it up before, and
bring weed with you.
Bring weed, he said. Bring weed. We're gonna try to potentially get Ghost and Stretch. If not, we're gonna go to commercial. Either way, we'll come back and let you know to either get Ghost and Stretch and then end everything, or just end everything in general. But thank you guys for tapping in with us up to this point. I know we're at about 4 hours now, so this is a marathon. We're fucking here for it, though. It's all hip hop. It's fucking what Host Beefy's talking about. Host, you got anything to end that with? Or are we good there?
I mean, if this is the last one, I'm just going to say it's interesting to see a dichotomy between all the other interviews that we've had where they're slightly different in behavior or attitude. I think the interesting thing is these two are very similar, it seems, in their emotions, where they know what they're doing, their ego set aside, they're here to bring bars, they're going to go after each other, but at the end of the day, it's the love of the culture and the sport. So I think that's why everybody's recognizing this is the one.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Okay, well, we're going to go to break right now. Thanks again a lot, Zay, for tapping in with us. And, of course, Mike Bailey, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. Look forward to the 11th.
Yeah, I'll see you Sunday, Lotta.
Anytime, always, man. I'll see y'all there, man.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go commercial.